I assure you, if I told the whole thing, you would be really, really into it. But like,
well, tell it, because this is a story.
All I'm gonna say at this point is that what freaked me out the most was not that they wanted to have sex with me. That seemed normal. But what was really frightening was, first of all, they lied to me a lot to get me there, and I was tripping, so I was already suspicious of everything everybody was trying to make me do in general. So I get in the dude's car and I like ease into it, and I slipped in like there was lubrication on the interior, you know? And that's one of those things where you're like, I'm just tripping.
Right.
You know, and then...
Because, hold on, we're going to press pause there for 1 second. Because the possibility that someone has lubricated their car prior to you getting in it is one of the most horrifying things. Because it's all downhill from there. If you get in the backseat of a car and you notice that they've gelled it with lubricant, you are not on a good trip.
See, but that's what happens to people who die at the hands of drifters. You know, you have these thoughts. You're like, man, that's so fucked up. I'm dead.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you start to think, oh, this is totally suspicious, and then it's too late. So that was kind of happening to me, and so he pulls out of the driveway. I'm sort of ignoring a lot of the other weird subplots, but he pulls out of the driveway and he starts driving down the road, and I didn't even want to be in the car, so I'm kind of like, where the fuck are we going? He had told me we're going to go pick up our friend. I told him over half an hour ago, for a while, why do you need me to pick up our friend? Just, fuck, here, can't he just make it here? You know, you're tripping, you're like, nothing makes sense to you.
Yeah.
And so he he pulls in 3 doors down from where we pulled out. And I'm like, where are we going? And then I'm starting to get angry. And he's like, I just got to make a drug deal real fast. And that seemed believable. So I get out of the car and I follow him back to this door. And it's like a 10 by 10 shack in the woods with a chipboard door. Okay. You don't remember this story?
No.
Okay. So he walks up to it real fast and starts banging on it, so the chipboard door is almost coming off of its hinges, you know? And you can hear some people inside like, wait. And so, like, a minute later, the door just opens up, flies open. There's a dude dressed like Michael Jackson who's about 16 to the T. He's got the studs on, the crotch strap, everything. Yeah. And the hair that's greasy and dripping. And the other dude's like a 47-year-old white drifter in a polo shirt and jean shorts. And he reaches his hand out and he says, my name's Gary. Good to meet you. And I said, hey, Gary. And I shook his hand and he said, I'm going to leave now. And he walked past me and was gone. And so it was me, Michael Jackson, and the dude that I came with, who I realize now, I don't know this guy very well. And I've always, since I was a kid and like got high with him, thought he was really, really weird. But I never let myself meditate on it for very long.
Right.
Like, every time I was at his house, his mom was just never there. There was always like a warm keg and like some fake posters slapped up on the wall. Everything seemed staged, right?
Yeah.
And now I'm tripping, so I'm like, how bad could this really be? You know, I mean, what's going on? And so they start uncomfortably bumping into each other, whispering, and I'm like, what's going on? And they're like, we're just going to leave for a second. We got to go talk. So they walk out of the room and they shut the door, and I'm in this box. And I start looking around, and there's this pink fluff draped around everything. There's like pot posters kind of haphazardly thrown up on the wall. There's a picnic table in the corner. It's very like Safe House. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just been thrown up hours before I got there. And there's not a throne to LaToya Jackson. There's a shrine. Across the wall, there's tons of naked pictures of LaToya Jackson. In the middle of those pictures, there's all these pictures of 3-ways. ripped out of porns and stapled on the wall. So I'm like, I sit down on the picnic table and I'm trying to sort out what this is, what's going on, you know. I still kind of just...
And you're on acid.
Yeah, I'm almost about to start peaking. And I just wanted to kind of figure... I didn't feel in that much danger, but they bust back in really fast and they're just kind of like seem really happy all of a sudden. I can't figure it out. And the guy that I've known for some years starts dancing around like to no music, and I've never seen him act like this.
Jesus.
And he starts staring at the three-way pictures on the wall, and he's going, three-way? Like he just thought of this idea, you know? And right then, the Michael Jackson dude is behind my head, and he hits play on this little Walkman on the picnic table that's been all set up just so. And boom, doom, doom, da, doom, boom, doom, doom, da, doom. Fucking Loser by Beck starts playing, right? And that was the moment where my brain totally broke, because I was like, now I see what's going on. They think, so what's that, 1992 or something? They think that they have found my demographic and they're trying to put me at ease with this song that's supposed to represent my subculture. And in that moment, that was where I got really offended, because I didn't like Beck at all. I didn't know anything about him. I didn't care. You know, I thought...
If you're gonna try to rape me, play Sebadoh, you fucking assholes!
Yeah, well, but that's how well they didn't know me. To tell you the truth, and this is really weird because I've never thought about that, what if they had put on, like, my favorite Sebadoh shit, and I was tripping?
No one can keep it all from crashing down to shit.
I played that in that community center in Darn Solid, that song. That one night. But, yeah, what if they had played that? I would have high-fived them. I would have been tripping. I would have been stoked, you know? They probably could have sucked me off or whatever, you know? I don't know. I've never thought about that. But they fucked up. They chose Beck. And I said, what the fuck is going on here? And he just comes up to me and he's like, whoa, 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 whoa.
We got a runner.
He's like, you're not, what's up? You're not, yeah. And I'm like, no. And I bust out of the chipboard door running through the gravel, and I just hear his voice yelling out, don't tell anybody!
Oh,
you know?
Man.
And I ran 3 doors down and I told everybody. I was like, fuck this dude. Never trust him. And the only times I would ever see him from that point on would be at like 5 in the morning when I was driving home wasted, and he would be on tons of heroin in the woods, and I could see him just like walking by himself, like withdrawing or freaking out or way too high or whatever he was doing. And there was some rumors about some child pornography pictures that he got in trouble for, but like he disappeared. I don't know what happened to him. And
what a shit life.
But what I'm saying is, like, that those stories emanate from that particular time of your life where you start taking drugs and you fall in with these dudes you do not know, and they're like, I'll meet you at the park in 30 minutes. And you get over the park and you're like, this guy's my friend. He's not your friend, but you don't know what he wants from you. He's got drugs. He's going to give them to you for free. In your world, he's your friend, but the shit gets really, really weird, so you must have a story.